Good afternoon, I'm Carl Roberts. Welcome to TAG, Together a Group. What are we here to do? Support others in any situation that a friend, a teammate, a buddy, an employee, an employer may find themselves in, and how we can talk and have a conversation about things. What we're going to talk about for the next 5 to 6 minutes is when we're having that conversation with our buddy or our friend, employee, and how we can listen. Remember, talking about situations or feelings can be difficult, and there may be a stigma. They may think, or your teammate may think, that there is a stigma. So we need to break down them barriers, reassure our buddy, that we can overcome certain situations together, in some cases by talking through a situation or an experience that we have been in or find ourselves in, and having a cup of tea. I personally find that having a cup of tea, it's a comfort thing when we're having a chat. Some people might want to do it in the pub, have a conversation when they're having a pint, or on the street corner when they're with their buddy as a young teenager, when they're having a portion of chips and a can of Coke, for instance, whatever that may be. What we're trying to do here is support our teammates by just having a conversation. Things that we need to consider when we're having that conversation. We need to ensure that we're in the right environment. We don't want lots of noise, lots of distractions, in a busy room, things on walls, etc. It's so we can remain engaged and really support our buddy when we're just having a conversation and talking about things. Things that we need to consider. Our body language. Our body language portrays the type of mood and the energy that we're in. And what do I mean by that? If our arms are crossed and our legs are crossed, it's as a defensive position, or not interested or not engaged, potentially. So what we need to do is keep our arms open, nice and relaxed, legs open, nice and relaxed, and ready for a conversation. Things that we need to consider as well: try not to ask closed questions. What do I mean by that? Did that happen, for instance? That was the question, yes or no. It's a 50-50 question, and then that will end the conversation. What we could do is potentially ask an open question, and an example for that would be, so the experience that you had in work, for instance, today, how was it, or how are you feeling? What would happen then? They would explain. It's an open question to explain and potentially talk through their experience or the situation they may find themselves in. Then what we need to do potentially is allow time for reflection. Silence is golden. Allow your buddy you're chatting to take the time to think about what they're saying, how they're feeling, how they're thinking, potentially how they're acting. And that open conversation, and they can give you that information back again. Remember, if they tell you something the first time, it might be different the second. Like the top tip earlier on in mental health induction, how are you feeling? Always ask twice. You'd be quite surprised, the answer you get the second time will be a lot, in some cases, different than the first answer you gave your buddy. Maintain eye contact all times. Why is that? It's to show that you engage. It's to show that you care. It shows that you're part of the conversation. And you've got the back. You're the buddy system. Don't judge. Again, be non-judgmental. What do I mean by that? You may have different experiences. You may be more resilient, you may be not. You may be in a completely different situation where you're trying to understand your situation and try and mirror it across. Try not to judge, be open-minded. Take their opinions into account and views. Tone of voice, what do I mean by that? The pace of what you're talking, the volume. Try and be relaxed. It's just a conversation with a cup of tea. A conversation is there to just listen to. You've got people out there and they're your buddy, whether in work, out of work, friends in school, friends in colleges, whatever it may be within your family. Take the time. Supporting others by talking. It's good to talk, It's good to have a cup of tea. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. Remember at TAG, we talk, share and listen. Signpost within your conversation if you feel need to. There's plenty of information online, research at good organisations, the NHS, the Samaritans, Crisis Line, and also maybe, possibly, or more importantly, a close friend or a family member. Okay, we can work through problems, situations, and potentially overcome them at the earliest stage, and we capture it early. We look after each other. It's good to talk. Thank you for listening.